Hello friends, welcome to today's reflection and meditation, Little Steps and Limitless Ones. You'll find it quite interesting that I am putting this reflection right after a talk about time and the relativity of time, for me to say everything about you and your life is a compilation of little steps, because I'm looking at it from that angle in this reflection. And what can be a consternation about that is that when it comes to the spaciousness of our being, when it comes to the embracing the reality that we are all and we're meant for all, it can move us away from the direct understanding that everything is a little step, period. Everything is a little step. We're really supported in this by the many mystics and philosophers and theologians and writers throughout the ages. Because it's been said in many different ways, words like this: one pure act, small pure act of love is worth more than all of the grandiose things that have been built in this world. And when we look at it that way, we can relax into the comfort of knowing, it's just about this moment. It's just about this step, period. And to give some breadth and dimension to that, I'd love to draw upon the quote of Neil Armstrong that has become so famous. And I'm gonna change it to be inclusive gender-wise, but Neil Armstrong, as he stepped out on the moon, for the first time somebody from the earth stepped on the moon, he said, this day, this is one small step for a human being, but one giant leap for humankind. So when you take one small step of dropping into the activity of pure love, you are making one giant leap for humanity. Now, what could be more comforting than that? It gives a whole nuance to how you may drink your tea. And I'm going to draw upon Pema Chodron again today to give us the breadth of our practice that is going to let us come close to that. But I want to bring in, because this is what came to me today, an ascended master from my book, Mary. Mary. Now, we don't have in many writings much about her life, right? We don't even hardly have anything that she's written or said. There's a little bit of a dispute around some of these things, but for the most part, we really don't, right? At least it's not commonly accepted. And there is a one small step that she took that was a giant leap for humanity, because that moment is still alive today. It still inspires today. And I want to give a little bit of a spin on it, taken from the message from the Ascended Master book. We just celebrated recently the Feast of the Annunciation, that is the story that I'm drawing upon here. And in this feast, Mary is said to be by herself, contemplating or meditating or reading. And an archangel appears to her. And this archangel is Gabriel. And Gabriel greets her, "Hail, full of grace." And in some translations, it said she's troubled at that greeting. What could this mean? Now, let me give the whole story. He or she is making an announcement that she is going to be pregnant with Christ. And then she ends up giving her assent, "May it be done. May it be done." But I want to shine a light on this recognition, and then her response of fear. And in this Ascended Masters book, I love the way they frame this. One of the most important lessons of Mary's life was when Archangel Gabriel brought her the message that she was going to be the mother of Christ. When Gabriel appeared, she heard the message, "Do not be afraid." This wasn't necessarily telling her not to be afraid because she was having a spiritual vision, which could be an easy interpretation, right? If some ascended master showed up and was as visual to you as I am in this video, you might be afraid. But this writer says Gabriel was comforting her to not be afraid of being this powerful. Hail, full of grace. The message goes on for us today. Do not be afraid of your gifts. They are divine abilities to help you remember who you are and where you have come from. If you have been wondering about the spiritual significance of certain encounters or experiences, know that the main message the universe is trying to get to you is that you are not alone and you are a bringer of light to the world. This was a small step in Mary's life. It happened in a couple moments, and it was a giant infusion of awakening in the consciousness of humanity. And you can witness this in all traditions and stories that come to us of various mystics and holy ones. So in order to take this from a reflection into a meditation, I thought that I would draw upon the work of Pema Chodron, who, if anybody is able to write about the dynamic potential of the present moment, man, she's a powerhouse. She's a powerhouse. Of course, there are others, but man, is she a powerhouse. And part of the way that we exercise this and open to this is through coming close to ourselves. In her book, Comfortable with Uncertainty, 108 Teachings on Cultivating Fearlessness and Compassion, she writes this. So I'm going to read this direct quote to you. To move from aggression to unconditional loving kindness can seem like a daunting task, but we start with what's familiar. The instruction for cultivating limitless Maitri is to first find the tenderness that we already have. We touch in with our gratitude or appreciation, our current ability to feel goodwill. In a very non-theoretical way, we contact the soft spot of bodhicitta. Whether we find it in the tenderness of feeling love or the vulnerability of feeling lonely is immaterial. If we look for that soft, unguarded place, we can always find it. One small step. If we can find that soft, unguarded place, that will be our entry point. Remarkable, right? So we're going to draw upon the limitless ones. And hopefully that piqued your curiosity, because there's so many ways we could look at limitless ones. But this comes from a formal teaching in Buddhism called the 4 Limitless Ones, or the 4 Limitless Qualities. And they are 4 qualities that reside within you and me. They are love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. Love, compassion, joy, and equanimity. And there is actually a chant that is the chant of these 4 limitless ones, or the 4 limitless qualities. You will be familiar with this. In fact, we've used versions of this in different meditations. I'm going to simply recite one version of this 4 limitless ones. May all sentient beings enjoy happiness and the root of happiness. May we be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May we not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May we dwell in the great equanimity free from passion, aggression, and prejudice. Isn't that incredible? So first there is the tenderness of willing love, right? And then there is the compassion of willing a freedom from suffering. And then there is a willing of a direct and uninterrupted connection with this happiness that is free of all suffering. So the connection, the experience of the quality. And then there is the willing of the residing in equanimity. Now, in the process that we're going to engage, we're going to use a formal process that Pema teaches in that book. And it's a 7-step practices using the lines of this 4 limitless ones chant. And we're going to do it in a unique way. I'm going to use a mala, though we're not really adhering to the number of beads, but it helps give a rhythm for me to lead. And these 7 steps are going to be applied to each line. So what I'm going to do, since I don't want you to have to look at a piece of paper and read, I'm going to do it call and response. So I'm going to say a line. You are going to repeat a line. I'm going to say a line. You're going to repeat a line. Now, as Pema puts so well, we start with what? What's familiar. The tenderness that's already within our own hearts. And we have great example of this in the life of Jesus. You'll see in all the significant moments of his life that he goes away, what? To be in solitude, to commune with what he says, Abba, his Father, to commune with the beloved. And that's where we're going to start. So that is the very first step. Now I'm going to read the 7 steps, but I will guide you in this. I will lead you in each step. So the first is awakening loving kindness for yourself. The second is awakening it for someone you spontaneously feel unequivocal goodwill and tenderness. A best friend, a family member, your dog. The third is awakening loving kindness for someone more distant, like a neighbor or somebody that you know. The fourth is awakening loving kindness for someone you feel indifferent about. The fifth is awakening it for someone you find difficult. The sixth is awakening loving kindness for all the 5 above it. The 7 is extending this loving kindness towards all beings throughout creation. So I will give just a little seed form of that. Awakening it for self. Awakening it for a loved one, which can include your goldfish. Awakening it for a friend, which can include a wide array of people you don't feel intimacy with, but you know. Awakening it for someone you feel indifferent. Awakening it for someone you find difficult. Extending it to include all beings in the 5 above. So, for instance, in number 2, if you're awakening it for your life partner or somebody you're in partnership with, in step 6, we're including everybody that falls within that category. That makes sense? So if it's one person you love, it includes everybody you love. And for step 3, if it's somebody that is a distant friend, you're including everybody that you have any contact with, everybody in your caller ID, everybody in your work circle, everybody you've known past, present, and future. For number 6, it includes everybody that's you're indifferent to. So all the people that are part of your organization, are part of a group you're part of, but you don't know. And then, of course, it includes everybody that is difficult, that you feel connection with in any way, shape, or form. And this is somebody you may know personally or not. So that person is a representation of an entire part of your life. And then 7 extends beyond anybody that you consciously know. So I'll be using little seed forms. And again, what we'll do is we'll do call and response, call and response. And we'll start with the first limitless one, chant in the chant. And then we'll go through the second one, through all steps. Third one, all steps. Fourth one, all steps. So be easy on yourself with this, okay? And I'm going to, of course, need to use pronouns that may not define what we're talking about. So for instance, when I say awaken loving kindness for someone you love, in the chant, I may say, may you, my love, experience a freedom of suffering. Awaken loving kindness for someone distant. May you, my friend, experience. So it's an entry point, but you're calling to mind that person that you're thinking of first as it rises up naturally. Okay? All right, it'll be like a fun experiment. Okay, I invite you to close your eyes and breathe yourself here into this moment. And take this small step with me, repeating as you are inclined, awakening loving kindness for yourself. May I enjoy happiness. Repeat. May I enjoy the root of happiness. May I enjoy happiness. Repeat. May I enjoy the root of happiness. Repeat. May I enjoy happiness. Repeat. May I enjoy the root of happiness. Repeat. And pause. Awakening loving kindness for someone you care tenderly about. May you enjoy happiness. Repeat. May you enjoy the root of happiness. Repeat. May you enjoy happiness. Repeat. May you enjoy the root of happiness. Repeat. May you enjoy happiness. Repeat. May you enjoy the root of happiness. Repeat. And pause. Awakening loving kindness for someone slightly more distant, like a friend or neighbor. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. And pause. Awakening loving kindness for someone you feel neutral about. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. Awakening loving kindness for anyone you know that you find difficult or offensive. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. May you enjoy happiness. May you enjoy the root of happiness. Awakening loving kindness for all yourself and each that fit in each of those categories. May we enjoy happiness. May we enjoy the root of happiness. May we enjoy happiness. May we enjoy the root of happiness. May we enjoy happiness. May we enjoy the root of happiness. Allowing this loving kindness to include all beings throughout the universe. May we enjoy happiness. May we enjoy the root of happiness. May we enjoy happiness. May we enjoy the root of happiness. May we enjoy happiness. May we enjoy the root of happiness. Awakening compassion for yourself. May I be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May I be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May I be free from suffering and the root of suffering. Awakening compassion for someone you love. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. Awakening compassion for a friend or neighbor. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering or the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering or the root of suffering. Awakening compassion for someone you know that is neutral. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. Awakening compassion for someone you find difficult or offensive. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. Awakening compassion for yourself and all who fall within these categories. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. Awakening compassion for all beings throughout creation. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. May you be free from suffering and the root of suffering. Awakening joy for yourself. May I not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May I not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May I not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. Awakening this joy for someone you love. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid from suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. Awakening this joy for a friend or neighbor. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. Awakening joy for someone that you feel neutral about. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. Awakening joy for someone you find difficult or offensive. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. Awakening joy big enough to include yourself and all who fit these categories. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May you not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. Allowing this joy to move towards all beings throughout the universe. May we not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May we not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. May we not be separated from the great happiness devoid of suffering. And finally, awakening equanimity within yourself. May I dwell in the great equanimity, free from passion, aggression, and prejudice. Awakening equanimity for someone you love. May you dwell in the great equanimity, free from passion, aggression, and prejudice. Awakening equanimity for someone like a neighbor or friend. May you dwell in the great equanimity, free from passion, aggression, and prejudice. Awakening equanimity within and for someone you feel neutral about. May you dwell in the great equanimity, free from passion, aggression, and prejudice. Awakening equanimity for someone you find difficult. May you dwell in the great equanimity, free from passion, aggression, and prejudice. Allowing this equanimity to grow big enough to include all the beings in the 5 steps above, including yourself. May we dwell in the great equanimity, free from passion, aggression, and prejudice. Extending this equanimity toward all beings throughout the universe. May we dwell in the great equanimity, free from passion, aggression, and prejudice. We bring this meditation practice to a close. When you're ready, bring your palms together in front of your heart and open your eyes. Living limitless through little steps.